It's incredible that we've now reached the end of season one. I started this podcast with the aim to talk about an ecosystem that I think is really underappreciated, to share knowledge with the people in the ecosystem who are interested in going really deep on what's going on and really understanding how to get things done, and also to share with people who are curious, like globally speaking, about the ecosystem, giving them insight about the people behind it, how they think, what's going on, etc. So, in a sense, using startup speak, this season, the first season of the Startups Arabia podcast, was an MVP. And I can't tell you how happy I am with the results. It's been incredible to talk to the guests. On the personal level, I always told myself that even if nobody listened, I would learn a lot from the wonderful people who joined us on the first season, and hopefully the ones that will come in the future. And that has been incredibly true. But also I was energized a lot, and I got infected with the passion and the ambition of the people I spoke to. And the results have also been great. Some of the episodes are in the 10th percentile of top downloaded podcast episodes worldwide in all categories. The least listened to episode is in the 25th percentile. And this is for a category, like startups and entrepreneurship that isn't exactly like common and generic. So I'm really happy with the results. And I can't express my gratitude enough towards all the people who have joined me on this journey as guests. And so, I just learned so much from the depth and intimate, real experience, lived experiences of each one of them. So it started with Ayman Rashid and his passion for his idea, his optimism in general about the opportunities in the region and where to look for opportunities in the region and how to find them. And, his, how can I put it, his gumption, his ability to reach product market fit and how he did it and how he pieced together things to get things done. And from Tariq Fahim, an incredible VC with real deep industry know-how that he shared with us, his insight into what makes the region different, what is special about successful founders in the region, his sharing of stories, what is it in his opinion that makes for a great VC, how he learned the business since he started relatively early in the industry's history, and from Afnan Ali, who just gave me so much inspiration in terms of being impactful, being mission-centered, and also because of her balanced worldview and how to just lead your life overall. May Midhat shared her incredible journey with Eventus, the speed of execution during COVID and how they reacted to that was something to really learn from. She shared the best practices of implementing a successful acquisition as they were acquired by Bevy, the US company. And she also gave deep insight onto how to find a good co-founder and how to manage the co-founder relationship. Nouri Taibi, on the other hand, just shared his exceptional experiences, whether in Stanford and then at Intel and Silicon Valley, and then the outstanding execution and management and hypergrowth of Yassir, starting from Algeria, one of the most unexpected places for something like this to happen, to be honest, in the region. His strong opinions about what traits regional founders need to exhibit and need to build, and his focus on the region and building from inside the region as much as he can. From Tambi Jaluka, we have this simple, powerful formula for creating great startups. He told us also his journey of starting a fund and how he went through the different stages and what made him do everything, and how he thinks about portfolio construction, where he sees the exceptional regional potential, and how he sees the region can execute even better through cooperation. Ayman Ashur shared his deep wisdom and experience in both corporations and startups, his insights on the fundraising process, his sharing of what it really takes to be a founder, and how you need to stick to your idea for perhaps a long time, and perhaps not every idea can be marketed in the same way. His overall worldview is also very deep and useful and practical, as well as his sharing his views as an angel investor in the region and where he sees the opportunities. And that was followed by Omar Hagras telling us about the key challenges he surmounted in the early days of building Trella. It's really, there are some funny and scary stories that are told in this episode about things that happened during the start of Trella. But also he talks about managing across countries, how to choose the right strategy in which countries to enter, how to stay effective doing all this, how to focus your work, and also a problem that many startup founders have and face. He went through, and he gives us a very nice, neat formula for how to start a marketplace, solving the chicken and egg problem. Rumuz Sadiq, on the other hand, has her passion was contagious. She talked all about all the stuff that she went through. She said everything like it is, so to speak, in typical fashion. She told us the story of her brilliant response to the pandemic in a business that was totally anti-pandemic, and how she actually emerged stronger and better for it. She talks also about zero budget marketing and gives us her experience in that area, as well as honoring us with being the first place where she talks about her upcoming startup, Ovio. Roberto Crocci then spoke to us about the Saudi and Gulf ecosystem especially. He also spoke about the strategy of Saudi's public investment fund in the startup area and in general, which is something that reflects, of course, on the startup ecosystem. He's someone who's very excited about the region and the potential for the region, and he's someone who knows how to build strong ecosystems, and he shares his views on that in the episode. Bilal al-Magharib also had an amazing episode where he shared Meksab's astounding hypergrowth story, how he manages the different strategic initiatives that are going on inside Meksab at any moment in time, how he manages to focus through all that, how he hires, why they have decided to start more than one income stream at the same time, even though they're still 5 or 6 years in their journey, and their vision for the future and how to serve the underserved retailer in the region. Iman Hailuz was the last episode in this season. She was incredibly generous in sharing the challenges she met while starting Abjad. She shared the real story of how things get done while starting up and how hard that can be. She spoke about why listening to customers is essential, and perhaps your customers might know better than you how you can make money, and you need to listen to them, and the earlier you do that, the better it is for your business. She was also very real about the challenges of being a founder, and she shared that with our audience. Thank you to all these guests. I learned a lot from all of you, and I know the listeners did too. It's been a great season 1, and I really I'm looking forward to more exciting guests in the upcoming season, which will start in a few weeks' time. Thank you most of all to the listeners who are listening to all our episodes, giving us feedback and sharing the story and the stories of the guests with their friends. Thank you, and see you soon in season 2.